always cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, so let me get this time right. Okay, so we've come to the point in the arrangement conference where we're going to pick out caskets and vaults. Do you know if your grandmother would have preferred a metal or a wood casket, or did you ever really talk about it?
It was vaguely talked about before she passed, but I believe since we did live on a farm, that a wood casket would probably go more her direction.
Okay. Well, there are two types of wood caskets. There are hardwoods and softwoods. Softwoods are lighter and lighter in color and lighter compared to the hardwood, like the weight of it. The hardwoods are just more durable, I would say, and darker in color. There's a hardwood that's like a mahogany, or there's a softwood that's like a pine or a poplar. So you can just look through. That's the mahogany right there, and there's the pine.
Oh, that's nice.
But you can just take a second and look through those.
Okay. Well, after looking through a couple of them, I feel like I actually like the mahogany one.
Okay, that's a very beautiful casket, and with that, it has a high gloss finish, and it comes with a warranty as well. You can choose rounded or square corners, whichever one you think you would prefer.
Okay.
So there's the square, of course, and here's an example of the rounded ones.
Okay. Well, I believe she would like the square.
Yeah, that's a very popular choice with this one. So you can also choose the interior, what kind of color or anything else. Mainly the cream or a white color is chosen with the darker color caskets, but it's totally up to you. It does not matter whichever way you want to do it. So there's the cream, and here's like a pinkish example, and here's a white one. But it's totally up to you, whatever you think your grandmother would prefer.
Okay. Honestly, I like the cream, but maybe perhaps the white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would look beautiful. So the cemetery you've chosen requires a vault to be used, and has anyone ever really explained a vault to you or anything?
This is the first I've ever heard of any kind of vault information.
Okay, so basically, here's just a little piece of paper and explaining what a vault is. So the vault is just an outer burial container. So the casket is encased in the vault. It protects the casket from the weight of the earth and from dirt and bugs and everything else getting in there. And it has a locking mechanism just to keep it more protected. And so here are just some examples. You have your premium, your standard, and your basic. Any of these are really wonderful vaults. It doesn't really matter. But
so is a premium like the best one I can get?
Yes.
And the basic is like kind of the low. It all does the same thing. It's just the quality of it.
Right.
Okay.
So the basic would be the lower end, and the premium would be the higher end.
Right. Okay. Actually, I really like the copper.
Okay.
So, I mean, of course, I'd have to discuss this with my family, but I am the one in charge, so I believe I would like to choose the copper.
Okay, the copper that's a very good choice, and it matches the casket quite well.
That's what I was thinking.
And so on top of that, you can get an emblem or her name or whatever else if that was in any interest to you, but that's totally up to you, whatever you want. So I guess you can just discuss that with the rest of your family if you'd like her name or whatever else on there.
I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem with it, but yeah, that's something we'd definitely be interested in doing.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to do the mahogany, this lighter color, correct?
Yes.
Okay, with the cream or the white interior.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with the square corners and the copper triune vault.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo, 436.
Let's see how we did. Yeah. I'm gonna kill you, phone.